Zion T seems to stand alone in an environment where idols fight for small spots in K-pop. It's quite amazing what he has accomplished in such a short time frame. So let's dig a little deeper into this shining artist. Born into a happy family, his first passion was arts and illustrations. Although his interest never faded, it became too expensive for a family of 5. This switched his interest in music, which turned out great for K-pop. As a pastor's kid, he had access to many instruments. After letting go of arts, he started to pick up instruments to play for his parents' church at the age of 17. Despite starting very late, he still found a place in the K-pop world. It just goes to show how much potential was within him. This change would make him go from Kim Hae-sol to Zion T. His religious devotion can be seen in the name. Zion is synonymous with the holy city of Jerusalem, and T stands for the cross. And T is always capitalized. Now, I often wonder the T is in lowercase. Apparently, in old Hebrew culture, the cross doesn't have the head, so it's actually the capital T. Despite his one-of-a-kind voice, he wanted to become a rapper in his early days. His biggest influence, American hip-hop artist T-Pain, was his goal he strived to be. You can often see Zion T's auto-tune pitch style in his earlier works. He switched to R&B after considering what type of musician he wanted to be, rather than what type of musician he wanted to imitate. His calling came when he was invited as a collaborator for his professor's talent show in college. After receiving a modest sum for his skills, it was the first time Zion T realized that he could make money doing what he loves. Zion T said that he walked home that night thinking about how this moment profoundly affected him. But despite being featured many times before, he did not have the courage he needed to debut with his own album. A while later, he would end up meeting Doki, who guided and mentored him to come out of his shell. And after a year, he debuts with his album Click Me. And as they say, the rest is history. Zion T became the most sought-out collaboration partner in the Korean music scene, winning multiple awards himself and as a featured artist. He became the most sought-out producer in K-pop world, and with his success, he bought a new home for himself and gave his parents a trip for their honeymoon, which they couldn't afford when they were young. So what makes Zion T unique? Well, there are a couple of things. For one, he leaves a strong impression. Back in the days, most underground artists didn't care much for the appearance. Zion T, wanting to leave a strong impression, took his dad's sunglasses and wore a hunting cap to perform. He dropped the hunting cap, but he kept the glasses, which now became his signature look. It's hard to find the clip where he isn't wearing one. His music always leaves a strong impression as well. And this isn't only because his voice is so unique, but because he's always focused on senses rather than expression. Instead of expressing his emotion through beautifully phrased sentences, he's focused on what should be said in a simple sentence. If you read his lyrics in his song, there is no analogy, symbolism, nor metaphors. As such, he always writes his lyrics before melody. He keeps things simple as he can and finds inspiration through everyday stuff rather than your typical underground artist who enjoys staying up late at night and partying. Ironically enough, as simple as he tries to make his lyrics, he is an extreme perfectionist as far as music is concerned, going over many times as he needs in order to satisfy his ear. With so much attention to details, he would eventually hit a slump that he was unable to overcome. Deciding a break would be best, he takes a trip abroad. On the return flight back to Korea, he saw the scenery of Seoul as he was landing. It inspired him to start writing and finish the whole lyrics before the plane fully landed. These lyrics became what would be his greatest song, 양화대교. With this new song, his popularity in Korea would skyrocket, and after spending 3 years with Amoeba Culture, he joins Black Label to make and learn music under someone he admires. While he continues to make music, it seems Zion T isn't all that comfortable with attention he is getting. He says he's overwhelmed and feels like he's battling the version of himself where he shows the world versus the one where he shows to his true fans. This is also a theme that is often seen in his music videos. Well, whatever he wishes in life, I hope he accomplishes it. He gave so much to the K-pop, it's only natural for the K-pop to give back to him. Thanks for watching. This is JoJo, and you just watched This Guy K-Pops.